What's up, guys? So for a while now I've been talking about some big changes coming to the Supra. I've been talking about building the bottom end and making some more power. If you're one of the original subscribers, you remember I did a video a while back called Cost to Build a 1,000 horsepower Supra, and basically that took you from when the Supra was stock to what it is today. I'll put a link in the description below. You can start with that video. This video here is going to be cost to build a 1,200 horsepower Supra. I'm going to take you through everything that I'm getting ready to do so we can make about 1,200 horsepower. So right now my Supra has a completely stock bottom end. So to make any more power, the first thing we got to do is build the bottom end. I went to Induction Performance yesterday, sat down with them, we mapped out everything that we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is go with their Stage 2 short block, and let me tell you what that includes. And their Stage 2 short block is going to include the Induction Performance forged diamond pistons, Manley Turbo Tough I-beam connecting rods, ACL bearings, and APR main studs. That's good for about 1,500 horsepower, and the rough cost for that, and again, these are just retail prices, is going to be $63.99. Now, you can go on their website, inductionperformance.com, and they'll have all their prices listed. Alright, so the next thing we got to decide on is turbo selection. Right now, I have a 67, 66 precision ball bearing. That's definitely not going to be big enough to get us to our goal of 1,200 horsepower. So we have a couple different options when it comes to turbos. First turbo we can go with is a 6870. Now the 6870 is not much larger than what I have now, so it's going to be similar and almost have no lag at all. That's going to make anywhere between 1,050 and 1,100 horsepower on the dyno. The next option we have is a 7675. Now that turbo is significantly larger, it's going to have a lot more lag, but it's definitely going to put us to our goal of 1,200 horsepower. So after talking it over with Victor, we finally decided on a couple things. We're going to go ahead and go with the 6870. Now 6870, and these are just retail prices, you're looking at $24.99. Now like I said, that's going to put us anywhere between 1,050 and 1,100 horsepower. I know the goal is 12, but I'm going to tell you in a moment how we're going to make up for that extra 100 horsepower. Alright, so now we're going to need something to hold all that power, and this is literally my least favorite thing to talk about. It still blows my mind, but it's a necessary evil, is a clutch. Right now I have a Clutchmaster twin disc, and it holds the power great, but it's definitely not going to hold 1,200 horsepower. So in order to hold that horsepower, we're going to need a new clutch. We went ahead and selected a Tilton carbon triple disc. Now, get ready to be mind blown because this is nuts. A clutch, which is a wear item, which will wear out and need to be replaced, is $6,300 for a clutch, but it's going to hold all the power and we have to have it. Alright, moving right along. More horsepower means more fuel. Right now I have two Walbro 450 pumps with 1,300cc injector dynamics injectors, and that works great for the power level that I'm at. But stepping up to 1,200 horsepower, we're going to need more fuel. We're going to go ahead and add a third pump, so another Walbro 450. We're going to swap out the 1,300cc injectors for 2,000cc injectors. Total cost for that, with the pump, you're looking right around $1,700. And last but not least, and this is where the bulk of the money for the build comes in at, is HEAD. That's right, the cylinder head. Let me go ahead and tell you about the head that I have in the car now. When I first had the car built, I knew it was only going to be around 1,000 horsepower. I spent about $2 to $3 grand building the head the first time. This time around, on our path to 1,200 horsepower, we're going to have to do a lot more to the head. So I sat down with Victor at Induction Performance, and he suggested the big boy package. And let me tell you what that includes. That is their full race Stage 4 cylinder head. That includes port and polishing. Right now I have GSC S1 cams. We're going to take those out and swap to the S2s. This is Ferrera alloy dual springs with titanium retainers, Ferrera Competition Plus valves, the valve seals, and Toyota shipless buckets and valve guides. So right around there, the cost for that, and again, this is their big boy package, Stage 4 full race head, we're right at $8,500. And that is where the bulk of the money comes from this build. So earlier when I was talking about turbo selection, we were trying to decide between the 6870 and the 7675. Ultimately, we went with the 6870, and that's going to put us, like I said, somewhere between 1,050 and 1,100 horsepower on the dyno. Now our goal is 1,200 horsepower. How we're going to achieve that is nitrous. We're going to go ahead and have a dry system set up for the nitrous. It's going to be set up to only come on during iBoost 5 at certain RPM, possibly between shifts. Alpha Induction Performance is going to tune the car and set the nitrous all up for us. So, full nitrous kit, we're looking right around $1,200. So, with the 6870, we'll still have almost no lag time at all. We'll make about 1,100 on the dyno, and to put us over our goal of 1,200, we're going to add the nitrous. Alright guys, and here's something I just realized. We still have another $3,000 to $4,000 in some miscellaneous parts. By the time we get the coil kit, the ARP head studs, the complete engine gasket kit, antifreeze. I mean, the list just goes on and on. We have an additional $3,000 to $4,000 in parts. So to sum it all up, this build is going to cost right around $30,000. Now let me go ahead and tell you guys why I decided to do this. So I get so many messages from all over the United States, Japan, Australia. Big shout out to my boy Ari in Perth, Australia. He sent me a great message. This is what you guys have been asking for. I know the big complaint was that the car didn't quite make 1,000 horsepower, it made 982, but now we're going for it all. We're going to start with 1,200. This package here is everything I need. I'm literally a turbo swap away from making 1,500. So if you watch my past videos, you guys will see that as I progress with the car, the first video I did was cost to build a 1,000 horsepower Supra. This year is cost to 1,200. Once we get the 1,200 horsepower dialed in, we'll swap out the turbo, we'll make 1,500. Who knows what's going to happen. So you guys are constantly asking me where I'm going to be next. The next event that I'm going to be at is Backlash, April 7th at Bradenton Motorsports Park. That'll be the last time I race the Supra in the roll race on this current setup. After Backlash, we're going to go ahead and drop the car off at Induction Performance. They're going to pull the motor out of the car. We're going to have the car flatbedded over to my buddy Mark at Reality Customs. We're going to get the whole car painted. Paint the engine bay, door jambs, the entire car is going to be disassembled. At which point we'll flatbed it back to Induction Performance. We'll go ahead and drop the new motor in, put it on the dyno, hopefully make around 1,200 horsepower. We'll hit the track, we'll do some test and tuning. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.